Take two. So there was a error with the last video. Apparently someone left a door open, and Domino got out and started barking at the neighbors. So that was a bit unfortunate, and I have to restart. Point being, though, is that we're talking about Kaladesh now. Now, I'm pre-recording this because I don't know if I'll have the time to get to it tomorrow. And I'm keeping hydrated at the same time. Anyway, so we're moving on to Kaladesh at this point. Now, they did show the last story for Eldritch Moon, Emrakul being sealed, all that. You can read the story. It's actually a pretty decent story, all things considered. And it does raise a lot of questions about the actual Titan itself and what the plans are for the future of that storyline. But moving on to Kaladesh. Now, one of the big things going in Kaladesh right now is what planeswalkers are we going to get in Kaladesh? Now, to understand that, we have to understand at least a little bit about Kaladesh itself. We know Kaladesh is more or less an artificer world. It's a bit more steampunky. It's not the same as Esper in the sense that the people there are not... Normal humans in Esper were generally... There were normal humans, but they had usually were combined with Ethereum, which was a precious metal there. And... basically, they were like a metal human hybrid. They're not the same as like on Mirrodin either, where metal just seems to be a natural occurrence coming out of their body. It's more along the lines of. 1 second. Come on, give me the stick. Give me the stick. Give me the stick. Open. Go get it. Anyway. So it's not the same where it's like an actual natural protrusion coming out of their body. It's more that they utilize artifacts heavily in their modern day, and we see here with the actual at least one of the new planeswalkers coming out of the set. I want to be sure I get the name right. Shahili Rai. It's also heavily implied that Kaladesh will have definitely some heavy Indian influence. You can just tell from the way Shahili looks. She definitely has a bit more of a Indian style to her, which is cool. I like diversity. The diversity is very cool. But you can just tell from the artwork, which I'm using as the thumbnail, that she's got artifice. She's got metal on her, but she uses more like as wearing like as a symbol of something, bracelets. Like she's got a headpiece of some kind on. She's manipulating something in her hand. But the question is, what planes are going to show up? Well, first off, Chandra's a guarantee. She is a member of the Gatewatch, one of the core 5 that we are following throughout the ongoing story. This is also her own plane. Anytime you get to a plane where one of the core 5 members has actually either been to or is from, in this case she's from here, it's almost a guarantee they're going to show up. She's from here. We're going to see her come home and probably do something about the injustice towards people or something like that. In terms of Shahil, I could guarantee you that Shahil's probably going to be at least blue, but I have a feeling she's also going to be multicolored. She looks... I've actually heard some people actually comment that if you ever notice a planeswalker's colors, a lot of time they seem to be wearing the colors that they are. Lejani's white, then he became white-green. He was wearing white-green. Xenagos, Jace. I could go through each one. And eventually maybe find one that doesn't quite match, but normally no, it's pretty spot on. So, the question then becomes, if we were to discern what her color might be from this, it's one of two options. She's either a blue-red planeswalker, given her blue dress with, I'm guessing, blue and red dress combo. It's more of a pinkish maroon color, or pinkish purple, but we can consider that red. Or she's a Jeskai walker. She's a white, red, blue walker, given the silver adornment we have, or goldish adornment we have on here that kind of shines a bit white in the sunlight. So that's an interesting concept in and of itself. So what other walkers could show up? Well, to answer that question, we need to understand which walkers are not going to show up. First off, I don't think we're going to get any of the other core 5, at least not in this set. No, actually, no. I take it back. We're not going to get any of the core 5 at all in Kaladesh besides Chandra. I think Chandra's the only Gatewatch member, card-wise, we're getting in the story. or we're getting in the block. Story-wise, different thing entirely. I think story-wise, we'll only see one or other. Probably Nissa. She seems to actually be the one that has the most in common because there's a little friendship budding. Who knows? Maybe more. Explore that avenue, Wizards. But no, But I honestly think if Nissa is not the one that shows up, then none of the other Gatewatch members are going to. Garrick doesn't fit on this plane. He's busy doing his own shenanigans, being cursed. Elspeth is not going to show up. She's currently dead on Theros. Same with Xenagos, so that's a no-go. Sarkin, he's happy on Tarkir right now. Soren, he's kind of read the story in Innistrad to know what happens with Soren, but he's stuck on Innistrad right now. Koth, busy fighting Phyrexia on New Phyrexia. Domarad, he's just not popular. I'm pretty sure he was just a one-shot character. Just like I think she's probably going to be a one-shot character. Shahili. Raul Zarek, he's content on Ravnica. Ugin is definitely not showing up. There's nothing that concerns Ugin on this plane. Kiora, I think she's busy chilling out on Zendikar. And Arlen, we just got Arlen. So even if Arlen were somehow made sense to show up, we just got her, so we're not going to get her. That being said, what does that say for the rest of them? Well, going down the list I have, or why don't we go up? Obnixis, he was just in battle for Zendikar, so I don't think he would show up, but he would fill a color void. Because right now, if my estimations are correct, we'd have a red and a red-blue or a red-blue-white. I don't think she's a red-white planeswalker, Shahili. That I can get, or a white-blue planeswalker. We had one in our set already. I don't think we're going to get her right now. But let's say, for sake of sakes, in fact, let's say for color-filling pie and just everything else, she is a, I see you. She is a white, blue, red. Just for another triple-colored planeswalker, be cool. They seem to be liking to go the breach out more in that area right now. Obs would fill a color pie issue, but I don't know if he fits in this. Chandra was the turning point factor in the fights, and there could be a little bit of a grudge against her. He could show up, but I wouldn't bet on it right now. Ashiok. Ashiok's actually kind of popular in terms of a character and a little bit of a card-wise. His card's not super powerful, unless utilized correct. That can be said for any card, or any walker. But I don't know. Ashiok's a possibility. I think not a strong possibility because we're bound to have colors repeating because multicolored planeswalkers are a thing. And you'll have to excuse the, I'm guessing, garbage truck? Nope, it was a propane truck. I sell propane and propane accessories truck. Anyway, Tybalt. I think we could see Tybalt. I'm going to have to take that back. It would too oversaturate the color pie with red planeswalkers, because even Mark Rosewater said he sees Tybalt definitely more as a black-red planeswalker, so when they do another Tybalt, it's probably going to be a black-red planeswalker. And a lot of people have been kind of looking forward to a black-red planeswalker. So, and this is all speculatory right now, so I don't think he'd show up. Vraska, she had to get away somewhere. It all depends if Gorgons exist on this world. If Gorgons exist on this world, then I'd say it's a possibility. Unlikely, but a possibility. Koth, he's busy with the Phyrexia. Karn. He's an artifact golem. He could blend in very well on this set. But his story is about going back into... He's a time traveler, kind of. He's trying to track the sources of the Phyrexian oil and stop it at its source. So I don't think we're seeing Karn on this plane at all. Tezzeret. Tezzeret is one a lot of people are thinking of, and I think Tezzeret's a big, solid bet. He would blend in this world, again, very well. It would just make sense. See, we haven't seen him since Mirrodin, and it'd be cool to be reintroduced to him. So I think Tezzeret's a big, solid possibility. He would probably be blue, maybe blue-black, again, fill that void. Last but not least, we have Bolas. Now, here's the thing. Bolas has not been seen in card form since the core set 2014? 14 or no, it was I think either 13 or 14. 15 he was actually no, it was 14 because 15 had the different version, the black green Garrick, and then Origins was technically Magic 16. So the issue with Bolas is this: is that he's hinted at heavily through a lot of the other story arcs going through the multiverse right now. I mean, last time we saw him legitimately and a card was Alara, but his presence is felt in Zendikar. It's hinted a little bit in Mirrodin through Tezzeret. Yeah, we didn't get anything in Ravnica or anything like that. But Theros was interesting that in the story itself, in the actual novelization, when Krufix actually goes through Ajani's mind, he actually talks about Bolas and how he's probably strong. He's actually stronger than any of the gods on Theros. Picture that for us. And this is a weak Bolas. This is a Bolas not in his prime anymore. So that's something to think about. And then, of course, we got the whole Fate Reforged deal where he came back and fought Ugin. And then we got Battle for Zendikar and Innistrad, so where he's not mentioned at all. So we haven't heard high nor tail. We haven't heard anything Bolas lately. So maybe we could get something to do with Bolas. It would make sense if Tezzeret's in here. It would make sense. Or we see another Planeswalker who's maybe another minion of Bolas. That'd be cool. But to see Bolas himself again, and this is assuming that. Shelly is at least part red in terms of her Planeswalker. She's definitely a blue Planeswalker. I could just see that. I don't think we're going to see Bolas. I still don't think we're going to see Bolas for some time right now in terms of a card, which just sucks because I want to see a new Bolas. I'd like to see how some Bolas that has absorbed some power back or gotten some of his energy back. Something like that, where he's got a whole new bag of tricks, things along those lines. Because he is one of the overarching villains of the Magic the Gathering storyline, the universe. But I don't think they know how to properly represent him on the card yet, in terms of his power overall. So it'll be interesting to see if he shows up. Now, I do think we'll probably get one other new Planeswalker, and I think if that is the case... I'm just saying probably. That doesn't mean it's guaranteed. If that is the case, I think it's likely that new Planeswalker will, again, kind of like Arlen Cord, be our green Planeswalker for the set. But we'll find out what happens. It's tough to call it right now. But until then, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. I got my who would win to do, and then that's pretty much it for the day. Thanks for watching. See you next time.